The second you drop your ego, the second you start actually taking calculated risks, you're going to start to win. Once you realize you can swing the bat and you won't miss, bro. You can't fucking miss. Yo, I was in the library earlier today and I was getting some work done. And I couldn't stop thinking to myself, Morgan, why are you so hard on yourself? Morgan, why do you have such high standards for yourself? Why, brother? Why? And the same thought kept coming back to me, and it finally clicked for me, right? I remembered that I played high performance sports for half of my life. And I want to break down for you guys personally, and if I can relate it to you as well, why, if you played high performance sports, I'm not talking about house league where you just play games and stuff. I'm talking about high performance sport. I don't care what sport it is even. If you played high performance, you know exactly what timing I'm on with this video and why your chances to be successful in business or anything you would like to do in life, literally, they 100x, bro. They 100x. And I'm just thinking about myself, because this is my journey, my journal, a virtual one. And I'm just thinking to myself, bro, first of all, you're used to sacrifice, okay? I remember grade 7, grade 8, grade 9, grade 10 before COVID. All the birthday parties, all the link ups, all the hanging out, all the late nights, all the video games. I can go on all day on things I just had to say no to, right? I had practice early morning and I was done practice late night. There was no time for anything. I didn't even have video games. I didn't have an Xbox until I was in grade 8, bro. I didn't have one. I didn't play video games. There was no time for it, right? I remember in the peak of it when we were training for tournaments and stuff like that, or even regularly. I trained 7 days a week, bro. Monday, Tuesday, twice on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, twice on Saturday. You're just used to sacrifice. You can't hang out. You can't do a lot of things. And I vividly remember, bro, in grade 7 and 8, I had practice on Wednesdays at 5 a.m. before school. I'd practice from 5:30 to 7:30 a.m. and I had to be at school for 9 a.m. I'm showing up to school sleeping, falling asleep at my desk, bro. And all these kids around me have just woken up, bro. I'm like, I've been awake for hours. I swam 2 kilometers already, right? You're used to that grind, waking up early, sacrificing. And I completely forgot that's edged in my soul now. That's half my life I spend playing sports. You're just used to sacrifice. Waking up early, bro. I was 11, 12, 13 years old in middle school. Waking up and swimming before school even started, bro. You're just used to that sacrifice. If you played high performance sport, you're used to it. Somebody who has never played a high performance sport does not know what it's like to wake up at a young age and grind at a sport, right? And it's good because, you know, you love that sport. You want to be good at it. Same as business. You want to be good. You're used to it. It's the same mechanisms, right? So that's my first main reason. You're used to that sacrifice. Second of all, and this is a huge one, right? You're surrounded by guys who want the same thing as you, brother. Okay? I'm thinking about my water polo team. They were my main friends growing up because I was with them 24/7. Every practice, every tournament, every game, our ups, our downs, we were together, right? Every win, every loss. And it's amazing. It's beautiful because those guys all want the same thing as you. They're all trying to become the best version of themselves in that sport. They all want to win with you, right? Now, whether you start business on your own or you're part of a team, right? I'm a part of a sales team. That's edged in my brain once again. I want to win with these guys. I want to make money with these guys. If you're with these guys all day, you're trying to get the same things, bro. What do you think's going to happen? You're all going to win. Sports, if you're high performance and you're on a team sport, basketball, soccer, a swim team, I don't care, bro. Even if it's an individual sport, you train with somebody to practice against them. You want the same thing. You make each other better. Iron sharpens iron. I can't believe, like, I forgot about this stuff, right? But it clicked back at me today and I'm happy. I want to share with you guys, right? A team is a beautiful thing. And if you played sports, you know, you want to win. You want to see these guys do better, right? This one, bro, this one's fucking huge for me, right? This may not apply for a lot of you guys, but my coach was so fucking strict, bro. From like 9 years old to 17, I had this guy on our ass all the time, bro. You fuck up a drill, 500 push-ups. You're late by 1 minute, bro. He does not care. Every game we had, you had to be there an hour early for stretching, meetings, and just getting ready to play. Of course, that's normal. But if you were 1 minute late, you didn't play, and you had to do 500 push-ups, bro. Every minute you were late was 100 push-ups. He was strict as fuck. He didn't care. He was European. He grew up in Romania. And he would always bash us about how, I grew up in Romania. We had to crawl through snow to get to practice, right? We're North American kids. We don't care. But it edged and it graved discipline into us, bro. You can't be late. You can't be late. You got to show up on time. If you want to play, you want to get that reward, you got to show up on time and execute. You fuck up a drill, 500 push-ups. He'd even send kids home. I got sent home so many times. Now, of course, in business, you're not going to get sent home. But if you're not disciplined, you just won't make any money, right? So, bro, sports all ties back to business. If you played anything high level, you're chilling, you're fine. It's already etched in your brain. You just got to lock in. Bro, also, too, you're just used to doing things you don't want to do. Bro, I do not want to wake up at 5 a.m. as a middle schooler and go swim. I do not want to practice 7 days a week. I do not want to do push-ups, dryland training. I do not want to do any of that. But I was still at practice every day, grinding, trying to get better. Same as business. You don't want to work on your business every day, but you're there grinding and working on it and getting better every day. Business directly relates to sports. I don't even know how else to say it, boys. And if you played sports high level, like I said, you've got a huge advantage over people who didn't play sports or didn't play high level. They just don't get it. They don't understand. This stuff's engraved in you. Get to work. What you have to keep in mind too, right, is that if you hang around kids or people who just didn't play sports or people who aren't leveling you up, my friends say this and we say this all the time, right? It's a joke to them, but it's actually serious. If you hang around 5 turkeys, 5 bums, you will become the 6th. It's I don't know how else to say it, right? If I hang around 5 white people, I will start to act white. If I hang around 5 black people, I will act more black. That's just how it works. If you hang around 5 bums, I don't care how locked in you are, you're going to have those shit habits time to time. And you do not want that in your life. We joke about it, like I said, but it's very true and it's very serious, bro. If you're hanging around people who are not leveling you up, cut them off. Otherwise, you're saying to yourself, you know what? I don't care. My goals aren't that serious. And that's exactly why I'm trying to get out of my country, right? For the summer, to work, lock in, and chase my goals. Of course, I love my friends, right? But there's always times where we do shit that I don't want to do, whether it's eating out or staying up late. Those are things I don't want to be doing right now. And of course, I care about those guys. But if I have to separate myself from them to level up, that's what I'm going to do. There is nothing, I promise you, there is nothing on this earth that is going to stop me from getting what I want. I'm here to take. I'm on this earth to take. And there's nothing that will stop me, okay? Obviously, I love and care about my friends. But sometimes you gotta separate yourself from people you love. Parents, friends, to get what you want in life. I'm here to take, bro. Obviously, I'm taking a big jump in my life. But I've always said this before I was even 20. My 20s is the time I want to grind. People love to say, oh, your 20s is that decade where you want to have fun and chill. That's your prime. But I firmly believe your 30s is your prime. You're still young when you're 20. You're young, bro. That's your second decade on this earth. But you're old enough to realize what needs to get done. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to grind this shit off. And it's going to be good, Obviously, I'm at that stage in my life where I understand. I'm reading transurfing books too. There's nothing I can do that will fuck up, right? There's no L. In the game of life, you can swing the bat and you can never strike out, bro. There's no such thing as a strikeout. You're going to hit the ball every time. Whether you fail or succeed, you're going to learn or you're going to grow. And that's exactly where I'm at in my life, right? I have that mentality now where I can swing and I can't miss. There's no way I miss, right? I'm just trying to do as much as I can to level up on all levels. Financial, I've got the physical down. Spiritually, emotionally, I'm trying to do it all, right? Things are going good. My credit's going up. I have an LLC at 20 years old, brother. I've got business credit in my name. mtelevate, that's the name of my company. Shout out, bro. We're only leveling up. You can't swing the bat and miss. Whether I make money in sales or not, I've got an LLC set up. I've got business credit set up. I'm literally ahead of most people just by setting up an LLC and having business credit, bro. There's no swinging and missing in this life. I hope you understand that. You cannot miss the bat. And that's where people fuck up, right? I want to touch on this quickly, right? Everyone wants to be successful. Everyone wants money, fame, status, whatever. I don't care what. Everyone wants it, bro, but no one's willing to put it all on the line. And that was me for the longest time, too. I was just so naive, bro. Andrew Tate said this. Most people, when it comes to getting rich, they're lazy, stupid, or arrogant. Let's be real. Most people are not lazy. We all have jobs. We all need to make money. Most people are not stupid. We're not retards, okay? You know what you need to do. Most people are arrogant, bro. You're arrogant. You think you're too good to do certain things. I won't do this. I'll make it on my own. I don't want to learn from anybody. I'm not buying a course. Whatever it is for you, you're naive, bro. And once I dropped my ego, I started to realize, bro, you can do whatever you want. Drop that ego. Why do you have an ego? You have no money. You're broke. You're out of shape. What has made you have an ego? Right? Why do you have an ego, bro? Drop that shit. The second you drop your ego, the second you start actually taking calculated risks, you're going to start to win. Once you realize you can swing the bat and you won't miss, bro. You can't fucking miss. You're going to see the W's. You're going to see the W's start to pile on top of each other. People think, oh, if I fail my business, I failed, right? That's not a fail. You learned from that. Apply it to your new business. You can't swing and miss. Once you start looking at life through a different lens, a different output, you'll understand, bro. You can't miss. And the last thing I want to touch on too is just learn from people who are going where you want to go, right? I met this guy at Laurier University, and he's the only guy I know who has ever outworked me. In the gym, in business, he's outworked me. And you know what we have in common? He played high performance sports. He played basketball. He wanted to be in the NBA. His dreams got crushed, and he translated it into business and gym, bro. He was par with me in the gym. I was shocked, because most people I work out with, I can outlift very easily. And this guy was on par with me. I'm like, fuck. And he played high performance sports, right? And he's a leap ahead of me in life. He's a couple years older. So I'm literally going to leech onto him, bro. I'm not naive. I have no ego. I'm going to copy him and make my way up to the top. If you hang around 600K earners, you become the 7th, brother. If you hang around 5 smokers, you will become the 6th. Life is so simple. My key takeaways for myself, Morgan, bro. You can't swing and miss the bat, bro. You can't swing. Put the work in. You have the high performance skills instilled in your bones, bro. You have that work ethic, bro. You're not gonna fail. There's no way. It's impossible, bro. I am my goal. I am my goal. Everything I want in life, bro, everything I want in life, the financial freedom, the time freedom, it's owed to me. I'm owed it. I just have to go out there and work for it. It's owed to me. I just have to go claim it. You know what I'm saying? So, that's the type of timing I'm on, bro. Sports, you don't realize it. It's underrated, bro. If you played sports, you're lucky. Thank your parents for putting you in that shit, because you're now ahead of most guys, bro. You have that learning curve gone. You have that work ethic curve gone. You already know what that grind is about. So we're going to keep working hard, boys. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys learned something from that. That's a yap session on me. It's my journal, but I hope you learned a few things from me. Keep it a buck with me. Comment down below what sport you played or how you learned from sports, because they're underrated as fuck. And as always, boys, peace out. I'll catch you guys in the next video.